Hey Adam, all right, so this is the Eminence Delta 12B. Here's the parameters if you want to take a look at it and copy it. This is coming right off of the Eminence website. So this is what I've loaded in Winisd. So there's a few issues here. So first off, I always look at airport velocity because you always want it to be right. You know, you could look at maximum SPL you want, but one thing you want the airport velocity in check, of course. So, anyways, Eminence Delta B 12-inch driver. There's two drivers because you want two drivers in there, and the box is 6.470 cubic feet, tuned 30 hertz. Signal I put at 400 watts. I don't know what you're using to power this. I should probably go read what you wrote again, but it's 400 watts per driver, so I guess you could do like 800 watts, which would be your RMS, but that's only if you're going to use like Crown amps or iNuke or whatever amps to power these, kind of like I have my Titans. I have 3 iNukes on my Titans, but I don't think you're doing it in this situation. Plus the X-Max isn't the... it's not like what I have in my Titans. It's a little less. No big deal. But anyways, so I have a high pass set of 30 hertz. And here's a super important thing too. One thing we want to be sure about is your first port resonance. With this driver, and I even talked to Ryan about this on our Facebook group, the DIY speaker locker room that everyone's on. A lot of guys on AVS, and so we all kind of chatting there off of AVS. But what he was saying is, of course, you have to, your first port resonance has to be above your, the next set of speakers, like the mids that's in that 1299. So we want to keep this, I would say like 550 hertz would be good. 600 would be great, be a lot better. But right now with 2 ports, because you want 2 ports, one at top and bottom, and the width of it would be 13.25 inches wide. The height would be you wanted a 3-inch port. The vent length on that alone is 31.46 inches, so it's 31.5 inches long. But here's the problem: is your first port resonance is way low, so you're gonna have a major problem. So let's do like 2 inches. We do 2 inches, and now your first port resonance goes up to 335, vent length 20 inches, but still, it's not usable. It's way too low. So I was messing with this just a little bit ago, and one point, you go there, you're still, I'm sorry. Let's change this back to 30 hertz. 30 hertz. Now your vent length goes to pretty much 12 inches. First port resonance is right on target, but here's the problem. Look at your airport velocity. Like, wow, that's not good. It's up there. That's 50 hertz and it's at 6 mil. I really honestly think these drivers can handle 6 millimeters of X-Max. I've seen them at my house. I've seen them at Jared's house in Michigan because he has them. They sound awesome. I designed his. He sounded great. There was zero chuffing on that. I almost have to, I know you want 2 ports, but I almost recommend you might have to go with just 1 port. Sometimes it just does not work out. You do this and man, it's, it looks so much better. Yeah, your airport velocity just went up, but like, look at that, let's increase it a little bit. You could play with this a lot, and it just looks better with 1 port, unfortunately. So let's do 30 hertz again. Let's try this. All right, let's see what it shows up. There we go. So you can see how it's changing, So let's do 2.5 inches in height. We can still, it's being super finicky today. Fence. See, now we're good. I actually like this. 1 port, 2.5 inches high, vent length is that, I forget the depth of the box, but I'm pretty sure that would be good to go. Let's look at the airport velocity. So you're at 7,046, 38. I just don't really think like you're gonna set a crossover in your AVR, which, you know, you could set these, the way you'd be able to get away with it is the way I set mine is you'd set them at large. So then you give them a full signal, even though these aren't full range, which I guess would be a problem. Yeah, you almost have to take some REW sweeps and then kind of see, you know, see what you have. If you want to do full range mains, these honestly really need to go to like 20 hertz, but they don't have enough X max to do that. So maybe you'd cross these at 60 hertz. Maybe you'd cross them. I forget I have a Marantz SR7010, and I think that I think you could go as low as 40 hertz. So if we check like 40 hertz, what's our X max? 9 millimeters of X max, if you even go that low. And that's setting them like 400 watts, which these things are gonna be screaming at 400 watts. They're gonna be super loud. I know my Titans, you know, and I turn them up, they get really loud. I think I play mine to like 120 dB or 117. I'd have to mic it again, but it's pretty loud. And that's full range too, so they're pretty damn impressive. But just thought I'd make this little video. Let me know what you think. I don't mind helping with like a box design and all this on this, but 2 ports, I don't know. That's gonna be a tough one because your airport velocity and your first port resonance. I know this is high too, but I just, once you go low, once you pick a port that's gonna be like 1 inch or 1.25 inches, you run into chuffing. You know, and what are you going to use a separate amp down the road? Are you going to just power it with an AVR for right now? I don't know. That's just something that you have to think about. But let me know, and we'll move on from here.